This is Sybert signing into General's 0 Hour on the map Melting Snow for a 1v1. In the northern position, as the Orange Vanilla USA, this is ChipMunK. And in the bottom right-hand corner, as the Cyan, this is ExiLe. He's playing Vanilla China, so it is Vanilla USA versus Vanilla China. I'm curious to see how this one plays out. Two Vanilla factions, no sub-factions. Also, you know, no GLA, no Toxin or Stealth or anything to have any shenanigans coming in. No Dozer steals or anything. Just a maybe straight-up normal USA versus China. It's going to be right into the airfield for ExiLe. He does get the War Factory first, but the airfield is very close follow, and then the barracks after that. Going to help block in those supply trucks, keep them safe, at least for the time being. Firebase getting established in the south. Also a firebase in the middle of this ramp. Very gentle sloping ramp. Very wide ramp also. Super wide, and this map is, you know, it has some high ground, it has some terrain, but it is also quite open. Lots of access places, lots of attack pads to exploit. Bunker going to be getting established on the high ground as well, and it is going to be, I think, a second War Factory for ChipMunK. Although, no, this is his first War Factory, it looks like. He did get out 2-3 fire bases before his first War Factory. He is not worried about that early unit production at all. He is instead much more worried about getting out those fire bases a little bit more quickly. In this case, pretty defensive setups, it feels like, for both players. Listening Outpost going to be expanding down to the south. We have at least one oil derrick. This is a map that I am not very familiar with at all. One oil derrick in the south, oil refinery in the north. And is that actually it? Is it literally one oil derrick? It feels like there should be a second oil derrick somewhere, and maybe there is, and I'm just not seeing it. But one oil derrick, one oil refinery might be the end of that song. MiG's going to be able to take down one Humvee. Immediately popped there as that missile defender does not manage to get the kill on the MiGs. Going to allow them both to return home. Better luck next time, but ExiLe getting that first kill there. And also the listening outpost going to be getting set up, but the spy drone does get the detect there. And are you going to laser lock this? I guess maybe not, as this Avenger is here to protect from the MiGs. Not just the missile defender to defend for the MiGs. It's indeed going to be the Avenger as well. And no crush on the Ranger for ChipMunK. So ExiLe will be able to get the capture on that oil derrick. Supplies well set up here for both players. And how many supplies? Okay, I guess there's the little mini supplies in the middle of the map. But there honestly aren't that many supply docks in this game. I feel like it's just 2 per player, and then the supplies in the middle. Maybe that feels a little bit reminiscent of Tournament Desert, but it does feel a little bit surprising that there is not a 3rd per player and then also the little mini supplies in the middle of the map. Also, this bridge, kind of an interesting feature that breaks up the map a little bit. GAT does come out. I believe it cleaned up a Humvee earlier. Dragon tank is here. No one has secured the oil derrick just yet. There have been some attempts, but no actual capture of that oil derrick just yet. Right into the tow missile for these Humvees. ExiLe is going to have to be worried about some Rock V action coming his way. Firewall will get deployed. Black Napalm has already been purchased by ExiLe. He rushed out that Black Napalm pretty darn quickly. Propaganda Center is out. It does maybe take a little bit of damage there, but it is being repaired by that Dozer. ECM already out on the map as well. 2 of them here to help negate some of the rockets coming in from those Rock Vs. MiGs on Overwatch. They're off the deck. They are here nearby in case they want to sacrifice themselves against the Avengers or the Rockvies. It's going to be difficult to get a shutdown, but it will be possible. And actually, Crusader tanks coming on out. Okay, ChipMunK. Something we always love to see in 0 Hour is some actual tank play. Black Lotus is here to get the actual capture on that oil derrick for the first time. Although it is going to be a little bit of a fight at the oil derrick, ECM does go down. Gats giving chase. Black Lotus will get the kill, and the MiGs do come in. Humvee does go down, but the second Humvee does manage to escape. Good number of Gats from ExiLe, and he also keeps Black Lotus alive in this case. Oil derrick is going to get targeted down immediately, it seems, by ChipMunK. He does not want that to survive. He does not want his opponent to have that advantage. However, ChipMunK is going to grab the oil derrick into the north, and I think this is unscouted for ExiLe. I don't actually know if we can see his vision, but missile defenders getting deployed in the back of the base. Sneaky Humvee coming through. The MiGs do get the kill. One supply truck will pay the price. The second supply truck will not go down as the GAT gets the save, and the propaganda center will also be saved, but by the crush of the supply truck. ExiLe almost taking some big damage there, but he will manage to save everything. Losing one supply truck, taking a lot of damage on his propaganda center, but no big losses from ExiLe. And if ExiLe doesn't know about the oil derrick being the oil refinery being taken in the north, he got a little bit of a clue right there, but Black Lotus has not been stopped. She's on the move, and we'll see if she's actually able to successfully sneak past this USA front line. Firebase does get deployed. Black Lotus gets detected and shut down. Humvee gets the kill. Nicely done, nice and easy there for ChipMunK. Every time a Black Lotus gets shut down, the USA player is always going to be super happy about that. Another attempt with the Humvee run by ChipMunK. He's trying those Humvee tactics, and they are not working out for him. Search and Destroy gets activated, the additional range for the USA player. Firewall might be coming in to clear out some of these buildings or to keep this army away. Crusader gets the first couple of shots off. ECM's here to help deflect some of those rockets, and the Dragon tank is going to run for its life. This Crusader tank, a little bit too much firepower for the China army at this point. Rockv does show up. Building gets burned out, and it might be a little bit of a two-pronged attack from ExiLe. We'll see if he's actually able to execute it. The attack in the north gets pushed back. He's not going to be able to make any headway, but it looks like the MiGs making their way to the south. ExiLe is hoping for a two-part attack, ground and air. This supply, that supply center seems like a pretty ballsy move, as that construction dozer is going to go down. The supply center does get canceled there, and we'll see if ExiLe is able to make any big progress. MiGs take down one of the fire bases. Dragon tank gets inside of the minimum range to fire, but the Gats are now. One Humvee is here, and he gets the kill on the Flamer, but he's not going to get the kill on all of these Gats unless it's close. But no, the double vet pilot pops out, and that is the end of this assault. As the Rockvies come in, they've got their tow missiles, they have got their dozer, which is a meat shield at this point. And unfortunately, that firebase was not completed. That will be the end of ExiLe's attack. It feels like ChipMunK is locking down all of the opportunities that ExiLe has, and ChipMunK is pretty well situated for the late game. ExiLe is going to have to pull out something much more effective than everything that he has been doing up to this point. He does have double war factory. He rebuilt his command center, so losing the dozer is not the end of the world. He's got the barracks as well if he needs any additional tank hunters, but we'll see if he's actually able to stand up against this USA armor. Avengers, Crusaders, Humvees, all out on the map for ChipMunK. This is a USA player who is not just committing to only building Rockvies. Microwave tank as well. He's got almost the full scope of the USA armored arsenal on the field. Gats are going to get pushed back. ExiLe. Every time he steps out of his base, it feels like ChipMunK is there with an army and an answer to push him back. The additional cost reduction of this oil refinery has been extremely nice for ChipMunK. He has been benefiting from that with his big USA armor army. One ECM goes down, one GAT as well. Finally, the Dragon Tank does get through, but the buildings don't get burned down, so they can be restocked, re-garrisoned if ChipMunK wants to. Dragon Tank does go down. No losses. I thought one of those Humvees was going to go down, but no such luck for ExiLe. He unfortunately is not going to be able to get the kill. Crusader and a Humvee in the south. Firebase is getting reestablished, so every time... Oh, Carpet Bomb right in the middle of the army gets a big chunk of ChipMunk's army, and that might have been the big hit that ExiLe was looking for. We'll see. Maybe there will be a return A-10 Warthog strike or something. But for the current moment, that support power arty strike also got fired off. Is he going to catch the entire army as well, or is he going to get the Firebase instead? No, the army does not get caught, but the reinforcement does get lit up. That Humvee coming in for the reinforcements will be shut down. Unfortunately for ChipMunK, his army is not quite as strong as it once was. All right, supply dock getting set up on the high ground. We'll see if ExiLe can actually keep it alive this time. MiG's going to be coming in. Big firestorm, but no, it doesn't quite ignite. The Crusader tank eats it up. The ECM's shutting down two of the Avengers and a Humvee as well, allowing ExiLe to actually trade back some of those losses that could have been a catastrophic failure for ExiLe, but he actually traded back a couple of units instead of it only being losses on the China side. Double Dragon Tank, double Firewall coming in here for ExiLe. He does manage to hold the high ground. He will get a couple of rounds of truck supplies. He will manage to actually load up on some supplies while he's here. Crusader tanks are going to be able to come in. Goodbye, one Dragon Tank. Second Dragon Tank may go down. A-10 Warthog strike catches the propaganda tower, catches the bunker as well. The front door has been busted wide open, and ExiLe has a bit of a cross map going on, but it's going to be a listening outpost unloading on top of a USA Patriot missile system defense, and that is going to be one slight small bit of hope for ExiLe to get some damage done on the other side of the map is this listening outpost. He loses the high ground for the second or the third time to ChipMunK, but he manages to open up an opportunity on the opposite side. This Firebase... Oh, no, that's a supply drop zone. Even better. That could be shut down. ChipMunK, I guess, just did not see that listening outpost. I don't know if he feels like he should have vision on this little corner of the map, but it might be just barely out of range of everything that he has because... Oh, the Carpet Bomb misses. No, it catches two Humvees and I think the microwave tank or something else there. The GATs rebuilt, the army is rebuilt partially out of GATs. Supply drop zone. That's a lot of cash down the drain, especially if you wait until it's finished and then you go for the attack before... Okay, no, the Humvee is here. Never mind. Humvee should be able to get the kill on the listening outpost. Bye-bye. Well, all right. That explains why ChipMunK did not deal with it just then. He wanted to wait for that Humvee to come out to finally get the kill. 4-star for ExiLe, only 3-star for ChipMunK, but he might be about to go for... Well, no, that engagement didn't quite go as well as he had hoped. ECM's shutting down these Humvees and the Avengers one by one. The Crusader, the only thing left on the front line is the Humvees evacuate the position. They escape to a safer area. ExiLe pushing forward. ExiLe on the high ground is actually managing to take some amount of territory back from ChipMunK. He has not been able to safely harvest these resources as much as he would like, but he has gathered something from that. ECMs might be able to get the shutdown, might be able to get both of the Vs. ExiLe commits into the attack, and ChipMunK is punished. 3 ECMs shut down a tank so incredibly quickly, and once those GATs get spun up, they do burn through that tank armor. Get the kill. Okay, whew. I was worried for a moment there that ExiLe wasn't going to get the kill on that Crusader tank and was going to give him the opportunity to bounce back. ExiLe definitely knows about the oil refinery at this point, and ExiLe is going for the back door. The ECMs have been his ticket to victory, and now he's hoping that he can keep compounding the damage. Those Crusaders, they don't last forever, and they're so expensive by comparison to the amount of work that they often get done. Rockvies tend to be the more cost-effective answer, and in this case, the entire base is getting burned down. ExiLe trying so many times to sneak along the southern edge of the map to make something happen. ECM's shutting down the tanks. I don't even think that Crusader got more than 2 shots off before it got shut down, and now it's getting shut off entirely as these Gats turn their guns and burn it to the ground. ExiLe making huge waves in this game. That's just a cargo plane from the supply drop zone. The economy getting shut down, and the carpet bomb to finish it off takes down the power plant, takes down the barracks, leaves the economy. The production is gone, but the dozers have survived. Hope is alive for ChipMunK, but it feels like all he can do is pray that this arty strike misses its mark. And it won't, as ExiLe seals the deal. USA feeling like they were dominating in the early game. ExiLe dominating in the late game. 4-star general for both, but ExiLe and ChipMunK are in very different positions now. Command center getting established. ChipMunK trying to rebuild truly from the ground up. Propaganda center, not a lot of cash left on the ExiLe side of the map. You do have to say that. He does have the resources in the middle of the map, which he can gather, but these supply trucks have a bit of a long road that they have to travel. Oh, the Chinook goes down. Those transpo helicopters can just get wasted by a fully heroic auto-loader upgraded, or chain gun upgraded ExiLe Gat tank. Slowly but surely, ExiLe is just stealing dollar after dollar from the middle of the map. And it's only a tier 2 A-10 Warthog strike. It's not even the fully loaded one, but he's gonna get... No, he gets the supply truck. Oh, he does! The splash damage catches the 3-vet, the triple vet Gat tank. What a lucky get for ChipMunK. I thought that Gat was out of range, but no, it wasn't. So 2 supply trucks are going to go down. ExiLe with only $100 in the bank. He might have another supply truck somewhere out on the map. He might not have a supply truck. I mean, he can rebuild, but going down to $100 is not comfortable. Is ChipMunK going to be able to turn this around? Is he going for the cap? He might be going for a building cap. He does have the upgrade. I guess he did get the oil refinery much earlier, so he definitely does have the upgrade, and it is going to be a mass capture. This dozer has its work cut out for it, but there's a Humvee and a missile defender nearby. It's going to force the sell. It's going to force the sale of this. Oh, he's going for the carpet bomb. He's hoping the carpet bomb will save him. It's going to get most of the Rangers, but it might not get all of them. The Gats gets the rest. The carpet bomb creates enough space. It won't be a sale, but it will be a kill on the Gat. The carpet bomber exits, and still with reduced production costs, ChipMunK might be able to make something happen here. He still has those... Oh, the EMP lands. Cluster mine as well, locks down the V, but it's on the edge of range. ExiLe with his last dozer, trying to evade that missile defender. And ExiLe, I don't know, he's going to have to start selling off more buildings or something. He needs something to get him out of this situation. But maybe he doesn't realize. It's going to be Black Lotus to get him out of this situation. And the power plant is going to be getting captured, but Rangers closing in. Black Lotus is going for the capture. Rangers launching those flashbangs, forcing Black Lotus to run for the hills. Run, Blake, run! As Black Lotus heads for the southern half of the map. The Humvee is coming to hunt her down. ExiLe will lose another commando. Oh, no. Exile so close to turning this one around, but ChipMunK may have found the perfect recipe. ChipMunK could still run into these mines. Okay, I think he does have detection on them. No, he doesn't! He drives right into the mines! The pilot will escape, but that deadly minefield does not allow that Humvee to get out of there. 3 Rangers heading back. Sells off the barracks. ChipMunK trying to get every dollar he possibly can. He doesn't have a supply center. I didn't realize he didn't have a supply center. He doesn't have a power plant either. But he's rebuilding now. ChipMunK. One dragon tank. One dragon tank has been built by Exile. He's going to try and win with 1 dragon, and he might be able to do it. I don't know that there's anything really left. A couple of Rangers aren't going to be enough for 1 dragon tank. Maybe if there were some missile defenders somewhere, he could get lucky with a laser lock, and the dragon tank could get stuck and not be able to close the distance, something like that. But the Black Lotus pulling that Humvee out of position, and the Humvee returns and drives right into the mines. That fateful set of tire tracks leading to destruction, as the flashbangs are going to clear out a huge section of these mines. But the carpet bomb is coming in. The artillery barrage as well. Everything is going to land for Exile. He's going to go for the power plants. He's going to go for the command center. And oh no, everything was on the command center. So the dragon tank has to get 2 power plants, but the dozer can't escape. The dozer can kind of try and plant something down. 1,400 in the bank. A-10 Warthog Strike is going to get the War Factory, takes it down. Command center, propaganda center has already been sold off. $600 in the bank. A couple of bunkers still remain. Barracks has been rebuilt in the middle of the map. The dragon tank heads back to the north. Power plant in the south. Barracks in the middle. No hope for a supply center as the last few dollars are spent on units. 2 dozers actually out on the map for ChipMunK. Oh no, ChipMunK still might be able to make this happen. The dragon tank is maybe going to have to just rush for it, but I don't think Exile realizes where ChipMunk's last buildings are. ChipMunK may be a little bit too spread out. No, there was a second dragon tank! Second dragon tank in the south. The dragon tank's looking for the last structures. Cluster mine was an excellent purchase by Exile. He gets the mines around the building, and ChipMunK now knows about it. If he didn't before, he has the confirmation now. Exile, he just needs to find the barracks. ChipMunK just needs to take down this command center. It's going to take a long time, but he could laser lock. I'm pretty sure he could laser lock from that distance and safely be able to force the command center. But another cluster mine, and it's going to be the dozers. Oh, the dragon tank is going to close in. The dozer as well. The laser lock is good on the dragon tank, but not good enough. No forced sail. The dragon tank comes home, gives its life to kill the missile defenders, and ChipMunK, with some of his last units, trying to go for the capture. If he can force the sell of the command center, it would be over, but Exile refuses to sell. Exile will not give up. $0 in the bank. Very few units left. The Chinook is going to come in, going to drop off a Ranger. No, a couple of missile defenders as well. Trying to clear out the mines. He's got a clear path. He doesn't quite know it just yet, but he's trying to be very, very safe with these mines. All right, he's cleared out the path. The dozer is going to have to come around to the other side, and the dozer is going to have to go for the crush, but at the same time, there are missile defenders here, and no, it doesn't matter. The carpet bomb will come in before the sail will, before the capture will, and the carpet bomb will land. The barracks goes down. ChipMunK has been defeated, and Exile, by the skin of his teeth, takes the game on melting snow. ChipMunK and Exile bringing it down to the last possible second. An absolute edge of the knife kind of match. What a fantastic end for that game, as Exile barely manages to squeak it out. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Sybert signing out.